What's up, Kokua? Coach Joe here. Welcome to Friday. We have our last Support Your Local Box WOD number 3. Before I get to that though, let's talk about the Kokua daily workout. I'm calling it pole row press. 3 different movements, EMOM work, guys, 10 rounds, so it's going to last 30 minutes. We have X number of reps, which is going to be 5, hopefully, per minute you do. And we're going to go through the series of exercises every minute on the minute. So you have a few different options here. For that first minute, if you have a pull-up bar, you have 5 weighted pull-ups. You have strict pull-ups, so you go wide, regular, grip, or banded. So with these band pull-ups, make them hard so you're not just flying up, okay? If you want to do this workout, you don't have a pull-up bar, you could just do lat rows off a bench, off a box, off a wall, going here, just driving the elbow up, keeping that back nice and straight. Guys, with the pull-ups though, make sure your arms are nice and straight. I just have this here, so if you want to do weighted pull-up but you don't have a belt, just use a dumbbell between the feet, hold yourself up, bring yourself back down. Take it nice and slow. You're gonna have that entire minute to do those 5 reps. Second minute, guys, bent over rows. This is barbell work. So if you have, if you don't have a barbell, you could still come up, get here, and pull in. Keeping that back nice and straight, okay? If you do have a bar, put whatever weight you have on it. I have 135. We don't have to touch the ground with these. Just pick it up, deadlift into position, and then we're gonna place that bar right underneath our sternum. So feet are deadlift, we're creating our deadlift stance. So heels are gonna be underneath the hips. We're pulling that bar in. So I'll show you without the weight. I'm gonna get it set up here. So notice my back is nice and straight. I'm gonna have that bar directly under my sternum. So when I pull here, okay? Bring it back down, pull back in, okay? So when you go back down, make sure that that weight, that bar, doesn't take you with it. So we don't wanna see this, right? And then what typically happens then, you're gonna try to use a little momentum, jerk yourself back in a rounded position, so it's not good for that low back, okay? So we're looking for 5 good bent over rows. I'll do it with this. You can go pronated, okay? You could go supinated too, with the palms facing up. That's gonna target a little bit more lats if you want. Typically I go hook grip pronated, bring it up, set it, and then pull it. Notice you hear that contact too, okay? So try to make contact with that sternum per rep you take. Third minute, guys, 5 handstand push-ups. If you have handstand push-ups, awesome, go for it. You can do those kick-ups that we did on Tuesday if you want, if you're still working at them, or stack ab mats if you need to. Seated press, that seated press position. Let me move this out of the way. The seated press, you could use a pair of dumbbells, or you could use a barbell. Hands go outside the shoulder. You're gonna be here and up. The only problem with this one is it gets a little funky, 2-set position. So ideally, what you could do it off a box. So you could sit on a box and get that press in from there if you want. Totally up to you. That ground version that I just showed you is gonna be a little bit harder, okay? And the whole point with that is we don't want to go backwards, right? We wanna keep our belly tight, back tight. This isn't moving, it's just that extension up with our arms that we're conducting, okay? And then we have regular push-ups. So if you don't have push-ups yet, if you need to work on push-ups, this is a good time to get those in. And like I always say, grab a chair, grab a box if you need that assistance. So 5 reps of pull work. Whenever you get done with those 5 reps, you're taking a break, okay? Before you move on to the pull, and then we have the press down there. Cool. All right, so that the third Support Your Box challenge workout. It's a chipper, guys, 4 time with a 20-minute time cap. I don't know if you saw that down there. Let me move this out of the way. Oh. So, chipper work, guys. I don't know if you watched the CrossFit.com video, but figure out where your ability and skill lies, right? So if you're looking at these dumbbells, okay, it's asking you to do 50-pound dumbbells for the guys, 35 for the women, or basically whatever you have. So if you have that weight and you're like, oh man, that's a lot of reps, figure out how you're gonna break it up, right? Are you gonna do a 20-15-15 split? Are you gonna stick with 10s, 5s? Also, like what the video was saying, if you're pretty capable, this is time to push the pace. Just go, right? Go until you absolutely need to break, catch your breath, shake out those arms, go back at it. But what we're looking for these deadlifts, they can be angled. I like to support that dumbbell, that stem, on the back side of my palm, right? For support to loosen up the grip. Back is gonna be nice and straight. You're gonna drop down, gonna get here before coming back up. When you come back up, stand up all the way. Don't do this. Those don't count. You gotta stand up, okay? 50 reps there, guys. Then we're gonna go to ab mat sit-ups. Guys, you know these, just butterfly position though. So you have to press the bottom of the feet together, extend back, shoot the shoulders past the hips. So these wouldn't count. Those don't count. You have to come forward. So I like to touch the tips of my toes, or at least part of my feet, right? In order to let me know that I'm going forward enough, okay? So we have 50 box step-ups, a 24-inch box for the guys, 20 for the women. But when we do these step-ups, you're coming up all the way, full extend the hips, squeeze the glutes, and then stepping up, right? Again, you don't have to alternate with them, like the video says. You can just stick with one side. I would try to alternate, or if you have a faster leg, maybe get a little bit more reps, and maybe you do 30, 35 on that side, but you're still gonna get that less dominant side some work in, okay? So it could be quarter of the box if you want. That allows a little bit more range of motion for the toes. Lets you kind of sit right on top of the box, opposed to being a little bit farther back, right? So I like the corner, gets me going a little bit faster. And then we have the single arm dumbbell thrusters. Single arm dumbbell thrusters, same weight as the deadlift. And here, guys, we don't have to alternate. You can stick with one side for as long as you want before you make that switch. But we're looking for contact to the shoulder, break parallel, full extension up. Oh, that's gonna be fun. All right, so today's gonna be the last day you can submit your times, your scores, last workout, okay? So make sure you get that in. Also too, guys, tip of the day, run a time audit. So what I mean by that, we have 168 hours in a week. We sleep, hopefully 8 hours. So that's 56 hours. So you minus that from the 168. Think about work, think about family. What extra time do you have? What are you doing with it, right? Are you going on Instagram, going on Facebook, right? And if you're not feeling as productive as you should, look at that, right? It's nice to actually see what you're doing, especially too if you want to see the changes, right, that you hope to make. So, all right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Hope you have a good Friday. Talk tomorrow.